Hello, Bill Molyneux here with Josh WCLEATHER and Goober the Traveling Bear. And there's Goober. Now, Josh has all my board war games, and he's going to be selling them on eBay. In the comments, you'll have his eBay account number. But Josh, you're the 3D printer king. Can you tell me what you've been working on?
So I've got this stuff that I printed for Bill here. Some FT-17s in 54 millimeter. And I did these with 2 turrets.
Wow.
One's the machine gun. And the other one is 47 millimeter gun.
Okay.
I think it's 47 millimeter that was on these.
I don't know. I forgot. And it looks like, and we have Goober mic'd up also. So
in case he says anything.
In case he says anything, we'll have it on video.
And then we've got some other stuff that I printed for you here, Bill. Pack 36, pack 40, and some crew.
All right, and crew. And I see you gave me some Russians, which is really cool, and some American paratroopers.
Yep.
All right. Josh, tell me what else you have going on.
Well, I have this model right here that I just finished recently. And this is a model of the barn for the Bliss Farm from Gettysburg.
The Elwood Woody Chris Bliss Farm. I didn't think that existed.
It doesn't really. But I based the model off of some soldiers' accounts and painting by Dale Gallion, I believe.
Okay.
And so I just
let's see. Can you do the full view? Turn it around.
Sure. There's the front.
All right.
Side.
And someone can actually email you and order one of these.
They sure can.
Okay.
Now I can do this in up to 28 millimeter. If I try to do this in 54 millimeter, it will not fit on my print bed.
Okay.
So.
And then it looks like you have some other buildings.
Oh yeah, so these were some other buildings. This one I sculpted. These two I didn't. These are by another manufacturer, but I just 3D printed them. And
wow.
Yep. They're some other Civil War era houses. I believe those two were based off the Trossel house.
Okay. And I have to ask, what's going on over here at the workbench?
So this is my wash and cure station. And all of this garbage here is support material that prints when I 3D print in resin. And right now it's getting ready to be cured in this box over here. And once it's cured, I'm going to throw it away.
Okay.
And then these were some tanks that misprinted. If you want to zoom in on those, this one here had a really weird slice in the side.
Well, they could be used for damaged vehicles that have blown up on the battlefield.
Well, once I'm finished curing them, you can have them if you want them.
All right.
Oh, there's three more back here too.
Man. Josh. Oh wow. Dan, look at that one. That one's got definitely got hit by a German 88 or something.
Yeah, this one's got some serious holes in it. So if you want one as a blown up armored vehicle, you can take it with you.
All right. Well, thank you, Josh.
You're welcome.
You're home alone right now.
I am, yep.
So why don't we put out some chairs and just chit chat about old times a little bit?
Sounds good.
All right, and we got Goober mic'd up too, so we'll see. We'll talk about whatever you want to talk about.
Sounds like a plan. Oh, okay.
All right.
So we're here in my basement, and Bill and I are gonna have a little chat since we
haven't done this in a long time.
We get to spend some time together today, so we might as well talk about
the world of wargaming in the old days.
Yep.
I remember when you came to the Gettysburg area gamers, and you were what, like 16?
I believe I was 17, but 17? That's splitting hairs.
And now you're 32.
43.
And we have Goober with his mic. I don't know if he'll talk or not.
Who knows what he'll say, right?
But
back then we were still. Well, I started gaming with the group when we were playing in the backyard of Greystone's historical,
right,
at Gettysburg, and then started coming up to O'Rourke's with you guys.
Yeah, we were upstairs at O'Rourke's.
Reliance Mine Saloon.
Reliance Mine Saloon. If you ever go to Gettysburg, the Reliance Mine Saloon is in the Quality Inn, and they've taken a couple hotel rooms and turned it into a coal mine.
Right. Yep.
And we used to war game in there, and it was really dark.
Yes, it was really dark.
So we would bring light bulbs and put light bulbs in the ceiling, and then we'd have to take them out at the end of the night.
Yep. The one game I distinctly remember playing there was the Charge of the Light Brigade. I think that That was one Bill Clark ran, or was that one you ran?
I think I ran the Charge of the Light Brigade, and
Yep.
he painted the figures.
That's right. Yep.
So the memories of all these years, and I got to say, as Lisa and I are going through some hiccups and moving and everything else, and I seem like I'm not quite as nutty as the last time, but you helped for the last time too. This one is Lisa and I are just moving to the Virginia house, and it's not quite the red alert it was back in 2009.
Nope. No, that was I don't know if we want to talk about that on YouTube.
We'll just let that one go. So, long time ago. Yep. So, what are you going to work on, Josh? You got games and figures and comic books. Yep. Your war game world is incredible.
Yeah. So currently, I'm working on. We're gonna get ready to do a Civil War game here in hopefully a couple months. So that's what I'm working on. That's why I made the Bliss Farm.
The Bliss Farm.
Because we're going to do that section of the Battle of Gettysburg here.
Really neat.
Yep. And then we're also working on. I'm working on a rule set of my own that doesn't use dice or measuring instruments.
Okay. For Civil War.
Well, for horse and musket in general.
Okay.
So that's in the works.
In the works.
Tim, and I have play tested it a couple of times now.
All right.
And we're hoping we can have something kind of finished to run a demo of it at Cold Barrage.
Wow.
Yep.
Well, you remember we had the Elwood Woody Chris was a very famous historian and author.
Yep.
Wrote The Struggle for the Bliss Farm. He knew everything about the Bliss Farm. He knew the Bliss Farm descendants. But what did we used to pick on him about?
Oh, the Bliss Farm wasn't really there.
Right. It doesn't. Yeah. It's no longer in the middle of Pickett's Charge battlefield in Gettysburg. Just a couple little monuments. I have made a video of that.
Yep.
But
yeah, we used to come up with some pretty nutty reasons for why it wasn't there anymore.
Yeah, like aliens took it.
Yep.
We used to get him so irritated. He would show up right from battlefield guiding in his uniform still, and I was saying I have a lot of his stuff, including it's quite amazing. And he used to be really worried. He would take off his big sheriff type badge, which is his, the thing that would say he was a licensed battlefield guide, and put it in his pocket when he would leave because he was worried he'd get shot by somebody robbing a bank or something and think he's a police officer. I always thought that was a funny story.
Yep. I have his Star Trek uniform.
You have his Star Trek uniform.
Yep, I do have a Star Trek uniform.
That's right. He did write for Star Trek, The Next Generation.
Yep.
And they flew him out to Paramount and back. But it's nice you're carrying on the wargaming tradition. Are you using 28s for the Civil War game?
I am using 28s for the Civil War game. So they're up there in that shelf. Cool. Right over there.
Right up by Goober.
Yep. Well, and 2 boxes down from Goober.
By the way, today Goober is wearing the Player's Aid shirt. That is Alexander and Grant. They have a great website called The Player's Aid, and they do reviews on board war games. And since Goober brought 3,000 board war games to Josh to sell on eBay, can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, so I'm going to start posting them here shortly. And I'll be posting a couple a day, hopefully, for the foreseeable.
I'll be dead before they're all sold.
And I'm going to give Bill my eBay username, and he's going to post it in the comments in case any of his fans out there want to, purchase any of his board games.
And they went through. Everything is complete. Josh does have a box of parts and such. But there's some unique games in there besides a lot of old Avalon Hill. The Battle for Atlanta, which is very rare, is in one of those boxes. Yeah. And Josh, what sells good on eBay of old board games?
Oh, all sorts of stuff, really. Sometimes parts, surprisingly enough. I have a couple of copies of the Mutant Chronicles board war game from the 90s. And I actually paid less for the ones I have that are complete than I did for the ones that were just parts.
They're just parts. Well, that's weird. Well, so we also have the giant Ogre box that weighs about 60 pounds. You could kill someone with it. I don't think Josh would be able to ship that to someone, but maybe someone in the Gettysburg area would want it.
You'd be surprised what I can ship, Bill.
Well,
I can find a box to fit that in.
You can find a box to fit that. The darn thing weighs a ton. I've only played it once. I'm so embarrassed to even say that to all of you.
Yep. And there was a mat in there for Hero Quest that I think we're going to hold on to, and Jim and Tim and I will probably try and
Yes,
get a Hero Quest game going at some point.
I talked to Lisa about all the Hero Quest modules and Hero Quest and all the figures we painted, and we did give them to Josh to do what he wants with them. And I think there's 4 of the Witch King and I don't know, the Frost Giant. There's 4 modules, and with all that's going on, we decide we'll never get to the Hero Quest game.
Yep. Well, I'm sure we'll play. If not on a Tuesday night, we can always. My neighbor is a big gamer too, so
And
he'll come over and play with me. I'm sure his wife might as well. So.
And you got a couple. You got a Ford Apache that's got some parts, and then a couple of the carry-all suitcase.
Yep.
What are the Knights play sets?
This is a Knights and Vikings play set, I believe, right?
Right. With but they're pretty much parts.
Right.
So,
so I have some parts for those here, and I have some Ford Apache parts here too. So we'll see what we can put together, and maybe we can get a whole set of one.
yeah, it's amazing. I left Gettysburg in 2015, going into 16.
It's weird that it's been almost 10 years.
It's been almost 10 years, yep. and Jack left us in 2011.
Right.
He was a great gamer in our group, and Jack Brendel of our group, he lives out in Arizona now, but he used to also be a member of Little Wars TV way back. We're talking when they were just forming, and I believe the one fellow who's a professor now was still in college to become a professor. That's how long ago that was.
Been a while.
So,
but I have some buildings that Jack painted for me. I'll have to get those out for next time you come up.
All right. Yes, Jack was a phenomenal painter.
Yeah.
And he's in his mid-70s now.
None of us are getting any younger, Bill.
Now, and it's. I had all my games in the will for Josh as it was. So living in Port Haywood, Virginia in the next several months, it's just a lot easier when I die that Josh already has them and he can keep what he wants, sell what he wants. And because driving 5 hours, 6 hours down to get them later on would be a pain in the butt.
I appreciate that consideration.
And also, I don't have the room down there. We have gone from a 4,500 square foot house to 1,600.
Jeez.
So it's like leaving a big submarine and climbing into a Japanese midget submarine.
That's the size of my basement, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah. We love it there. And with Lisa's health issues that are going on, it's much better for us to be there.
Yep. It looks like a great place. I'll have to come down and visit sometime.
You have a key.
I do. I gave
you a key like 2 years ago, a year and a half when I bought it.
Yep. And I was like, I should go down there sometime.
And it's everything's on one floor, and Lisa can't do the stairs good with her health, and so the laundry room, everything is one floor. So as far as wargaming, Josh, we've covered miniatures, boards. What the heck are over there in those white boxes, black boxes on that wall?
So there are just shy of 7,000 comic books.
70,000 comic books.
7,000.
7,000 comic books.
Yep. And I'm actually thinning my collection down quite a bit now. It was a little scattershot, but I've been going through it and just kind of like isolating down to the series that I really want to collect and kind of selling a lot of the other stuff off. So if you look at my eBay store, there's some comic books on there.
Okay.
Some graded comic books, some raw comic books. There'll be your games on there. There's a...
What is your eBay store?
It is WC Leather.
WC Leather.
Yep.
That's it?
Yeah.
WC Leather.
When I started out my eBay store, I was just making custom leather work stuff. And so, Wart Left Custom Leather was my original eBay handle.
So
WC
Leather.
Yep.
Wow, that's pretty easy to think of.
It's easy enough, yep.
I don't know. I'll put it in the comments, but that's really easy, everyone.
Yeah, so when I started that up, like back in 2000 and 2002 maybe, I was doing a lot of like custom leather work, and so I did a lot of wallets and stuff like that, and I would sell them on eBay.
Wow.
And at local crafts shows, and I had the feedback built up. I just never changed the
name,
product.
And you have different products.
Products now, but yeah.
All right.
Same username.
Now, when I was wargaming the Star Trek the last couple nights, and I'm not getting a lot of views. Oh, guess what? This video is helping Kinston, North Carolina.
Awesome.
We are helping Wade Solowski, Skip, boy, the whole crew down there, Michael, the CSS News, the Kinston, North Carolina, the first Battle of Kinston. We already did Weiss Fork.
Nice.
So the first Battle of Kinston, they need some signs. So from here until December 31st, all the YouTube money goes to them.
Awesome.
But I'm taking all that YouTube money on January 2nd, putting it into my General Mills We Give. General Mills will match it.
Awesome.
It'll be my last time to use my We Give program, because when I retire, I will lose my matching funds. So right. Wade Solowski had a lot of different things he wanted to pick. So that's what we're doing. And I made a video of the first Battle of Kinston and my second trip down there. Josh wasn't there. Josh, you were there in Kinston.
I was there in Kinston for the CSS News. Yeah, when we went down there, was that 3 years ago now?
Yeah.
And that was a great trip.
And I had booked us some awesome hotels.
Yep. The Mother Earth Lodge down in Kinston is amazing. I would go there again. Every other hotel we stayed at on the way there and back,
they were bad.
Was awful.
You know, you get to one and the swimming pool was full of dirt.
Yep. The one we got to, the first one we went to, had a big tarp over the front of the building,
over the roof. So roof had a hole.
Yeah, because something had hit the roof and there was a hole in it, or maybe it was a touchdown. I don't know. And then the entire from our room over, on the third floor was condemned.
It was.
They had signs that you couldn't walk past the balcony there.
It was bad.
Yeah, it was amazing.
So, but we've had a lot of adventures. We've had a lot of people. You know, I'll talk when I do my games in my basement, how that basement's not much bigger than the wargaming room I had in Gettysburg, and how many people would get in there
sometimes we get 20 plus in there, I think.
Yeah. I remember the Tarawa game we had, and the little Bighorn game where Rob Wingert got mad that we had so many people show up.
I think I missed that game, actually, and there were still a bunch of people there because I was on call that night and got called into work, I think.
So it's they're not... So the Gettysburg area gamers has been defunct for a long time now, but Josh, Jim, Sean, and Tim are carrying on.
Yep, a little bit. Yep.
So, Josh, what else we want to say before we close out?
I can't think of anything else at the moment. Working on all sorts of fun projects. Tim, Jim, and I are working on a sci-fi game that we're going to run at Barrage in September here. And that's going to be based on the old Warzone rules. Well, not the Warzone rules. It's going to be based on the Warzone property and storyline, mixed with some Void and a little bit of War, perhaps. And we're taking all these old defunct sci-fi games and kind of doing a little mashup, and it should be a fun game.
You're getting my Gamma World game. That I loved Gamma World when I was in high school. I bought a mint one. It's in the box, and I can't get Lisa to even understand Gamma World. I love her dearly, but she is not a war gamer. And so, Josh, I hope you will either sell Gamma World or enjoy playing it.
Well, we can always plan a day to, play Gamma World together too.
Well, in my Chucklehead group, I plan on going to see them. Colonel Handsome and Walt and everyone. Once I'm retired, one weekend a month, I'm going to drive up to Walt's house and maybe crash on his couch.
Cool.
And still do stuff with the Chuckleheads. But there's a huge wargaming group right there in Yorktown, Virginia.
Oh, yeah?
And they run 4 wargame conventions a year.
Nice.
Williamsburg Muster is one that I always go to in February. So, Josh, I guess we'll have Goober. He doesn't want to say anything. I guess
I haven't heard him say anything yet.
No,
and he's being quiet tonight.
But I appreciate all of you that have sent kind notes. The last few weeks has been very frustrating. I'll put it that way. But we're carrying on. Winston Churchill. I've been watching a lot of Winston Churchill and FDR documentaries about getting through World War II.
Yep, there's some interesting stuff there.
And he has some really good quotes, like when you're walking through hell, just keep walking.
Right.
Don't stop, just keep going. So, and I'm very fortunate to have so many friends. And all my book collection, I donated all them to a historic site at
Awesome.
Fort Frederick. And that was a huge carload of books. And Robert Ambrose is very happy. And a lot of my furniture we've already donated to Jerusalem Mills.
Awesome.
So
that's fantastic.
We'll close this out with stay safe, be kind,
and be courteous.
And be courteous. And Colonel Handsome of the Chuckleheads, who he loves this "Be True to Your School." He's an ABBA Beach Boys fan.
Okay, I can see that. Okay.
I don't know if they both match, Josh. So you and Goober can wave goodbye, and bye bye, everyone. Thank you for watching.